Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you are very well. Yeah, in this YouTube channel or in this short video, what I'll do is I'll help you to know how to go about exporting searches from Google Scholar. So you are a researcher, you are a student, you are trying to export some of the references that you see in Google Scholar to your Endnote or to your Excel. The question is, how do you go about it? So I'll just take you through this shortly, and then we go. So without wasting time, I'll go straight to the point. So what you have to do is, when you come to Google Scholar, so normal Google, just look for Google Scholar. And then when you see the Google Scholar, just click on the Google Scholar. It depends on how you have set your Google Scholar. If you don't have account or if you have not set it up, you can go to my profile. And in my profile, you go to the settings. Or if you have not set a profile, you can also click on the profile. And then with respect to the profile, you can make some changes to, if, for example, this, you click on this, Akomea-Frimpong, you click on this button, and then you make all the changes that you're supposed to make. So you can add your name, your affiliation, maybe it's a school or it's an institution. It could be an institution. And your areas of interest, email for verification, homepage, and this homepage could be any homepage. It could be your your your, your homepage with your institution, or it could be a homepage with ORCID, or it could be any homepage that we can see or find your profile. So that's acceptable. And then profile visibility, make my profile public. So some people don't want their profile to be public, but if you want your profile to be public too, this will be visible. So you click save. So once again, one thing that you need to understand is that with respect to the email, look for an email. Normally, Google prefers an institutional email. That's far better. And some institutions will also require that you look for an institutional email because that's far better in terms of tracking who you are, what you do, and all that. So make sure you do this. With respect to the homepage, for example, with this homepage, I can change it. Okay, so I can go to my school, for example, so here there's a Princeton Educational, so the name is Einstein. If I go to my school's homepage, Akomea-Frimpong, for example, I could go and I go to Western Sydney, I have my researcher profile there. So it depends on the institution that you are in, once again. So I click on this, can copy this, and then come and put it here. It's also acceptable. So any profile that you have, you can put it there. Okay. So this is what I have. And then I've clicked on that. Okay, so what next? So the next thing is to go back. So if I want to do any search, I'll just click on Google Scholar. And when I click on Google Scholar, it will take me here. So for example, I want to search for something related to social media and climate change. Okay. And then, in other words, I just Russia-Ukraine war. I want to just give you some current issues going on around the world. Israel, Palestine issue. These are the current issues which are currently, they are hot issues ongoing around the world. Okay, so when I click on that and I click on search, so it could be anything that you want to search. I click on search, it will give me all these things which are relating to. So what I have to do is relating to the keywords or the set terms. So what I have to do is I have to go through the results, okay, and then check whether these results are important to what I'm looking for, and whether these results will help me to address whatever issue I want to address. Okay, so what you have to do is, the good thing about the Google Scholar is that you can limit the searches. So here I want to limit the searches to documents which have been published since 2022. So only documents which have been published in 2022, these are the documents I'm interested in. Okay. Okay, so we don't have enough. Then I just need to just leave it open. So, okay, anytime you don't have enough. Okay, then we'll take out because I don't have enough results, so I just want to add more. Let me take out the value conflict. So let me make this. So here I'm getting 793 results. So what do I do next? The next thing is go through these results, and because they are 793, I can decide to limit it to the number of years in terms of the search results. So here I'll filter. That's what we call filtering. Trying to bring in inclusion and exclusion. I suppose you want to include in your search results. So here what I'll do is I want to just limit it to 2022 as an example, so that I have 770. If I want to reduce it to 2023, I have 413 results. So let me stick to just 2023, the best articles which have been published on this issue. Okay. I can also sort by dates as to when they were published. I can also sort by like the ones which have been published not too long ago. I can also sort by relevance as to how relevant they are. So these are some of the things that I can do. And then I can also sort by the year, since when, since the time. And any document, are you interested in any document or review articles? In this context, we are interested in any document or any type. If I reduce it to review documents, I'll get 24. These are some of the things that you can do to limit your Google search results. Okay, so I have all these things. So let me bring this back to any type, and then I have limited the year since 2023. But even that, let me take it down. Let me make it any time. Okay. So what next? So the next thing is to identify the most important documents. So here, what you can see is that we have, there's a way to look at this, and that is, we go back to these three things, you click on it, then come back to settings. In the settings, you see this. So the default is 10. In other words, the Google Scholar will display only 10 results, or you can increase it to 20. So it's 20 or 10. So I normally set it at 20, but the default is 10. So if your default is 10, you click on the settings, you can make it 20. Where results will be, okay. The graphic don't show any citation import results. Okay, not yet. And then it's in the form of big text. So I can decide to make it in the form of what? Endnote. Okay, don't show links to import citations into Endnote. Yeah, but yeah, I would say don't show any citation links, so that you can just give me an open results. And then search articles, search case. You can also decide to limit also your searches here. Case with law, like especially those of you who are into law or you are doing something about law, and decide to set to limit it to this. Languages, you can also decide to now work on the language English, Okay, here we are interested in English. So you only select, but in case maybe you are working on a document which is of just say German, then you have to come and make the changes. Library link, show library access links up to 5. Let's say Harvard what? So here I have already set it for Western Sydney Uni. So in case yours is different, maybe yours is Harvard or yours is any other school that you are in, you can also set that. We have to set it to National Library for Australia, Western Sydney Uni, and Western Sydney University Library. So these are my schools. But in case you are in different schools, set it that way. Account. So the account here has to do with you. You are currently signing in as this. In case you want to have a different account to sign in, you can make changes. So you can sign out or delete accounts. Button. This button normally will help you to, you're going to install Scholar button to look up pages as you browse. Yes, so this is also important if you want to do that, but it's up to you. You have to look at, and these will help you to know where the documents were cited in terms of the references, the bibliography. And then if you also want to cite, these are the things that will help you. So basically, these are the things that you need to know with respect to the Google Scholar. Also, the Google Scholar also has something like alerts. Alerts normally, if you have some people that you want to receive their publications, or if anybody cites these scholars, they will send you an information. Let me take you back to that. For example, here, I get these recommendations as a result of one, the kind of set terms or keywords I've set here, and also the kind of people I'm also following. So I get these alerts. Okay. And then the matrix here has to do with the top, like the top publications and all that. So they are also, so they have some information here for you. And this is generic. This is not related to you, the person, but it's kind of like generic as to public access mandates, as well. You get some documents, and also some of them too has to do with the publication. So the Google Scholar has a lot of things that many people don't know. So, for example, this public access mandate refers to the funders. I mean, institutions, organizations that fund or that give money to support researchers around the world. So all these things are here. Google Scholar has that. And also in terms of publication, and instead of publication, talking about the journals, the top cited journals and all that. Google Scholar has metrics on that, and so many others. So there are a lot of things that many people are not aware of with respect to Google Scholar. Then comes to my library. This is the most important aspect, which will help you to do the export if you want to export anything. So I'm going to take you back once again to where we started, where I use social media, climate change, and then the Russia-Ukraine war. I'm taking you back. Okay, so this is the result that we got when we did the searches. So here, I want to just, I'm assuming that all the papers here, I've noticed that they are important to my work that I'm doing or the work I'm going to do. So I'm going to save all of them. The one thing about Google Scholar is that you can't save straight away, unlike other databases, which I'll take you there. So what you have to do is you just click on save, and then you create it. When you click on save, it will just take you to this page, save to library. So the library you need to create. Here, one climate change, share media. So it's kind of a folder, like a folder, share media, Ukraine, and Russia. Okay, so I have this folder, so I've saved it into it. So the next document is also important, and I also want to put into that same folder. So yeah, save, actually save. Then I put it in. Can we change social media and Ukraine Russia war, that folder? So I'll put everything in. So all the documents. So whilst I'm going through the 793 results, any document that I think is important, I'll save it into that folder. So I'll save till I get to the last article in this resource 793. Okay, so if I'm going, I'll go and go up. I keep going till I get to the last one. It's going to be like a lot. The first, roughly the first 50 or so. Yeah, so let's assume I have saved the important documents. So, and now I want to export them. Okay, so there are two things. In situations where you want to just export just one document, especially if you are using Endnote or RefMan or RefWorks or big test, what you have to do is, or what you can do is, you can just click on the document that you want to cite. It's just one document that you want to cite. So you click on cite, and then you come down here and you see the Endnote. Okay, there's also another way to go about it. Sometimes that's what I do. It's just one document, and I want to cite this, and the citation is on, let's say, Harvard referencing style. I'll just click on this. I'll just click on cite, and then come down here and then just copy this. You click on it, and you just copy, and then you bring it to your Word document. Okay. Okay. So if you are doing it manually, you are doing it manually. But if you are going to use Endnote, then what you have to do is that you have to click on Site and then click on Endnote. When you click on Endnote, it will just open for you. We just open the Endnote for you, and then you just open it up at the place where you have saved it. So in my case, it's in my downloads. So I'm going to open this document. Because my Endnote has already been set up, it will just automatically open as I click on it. Is it okay? No, is it okay? Let me go back down to here. Okay, trying to open it. It has already been imported. Yeah, so I've imported it. Yeah, so that's it. So this is the document. This has been imported. I have to go and check the correct about the document. Okay, so this is working. There's a problem. Trying to open the Endnote again. Open it. So I go to my downloads. This has been open. Yes, that's now been open. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, so that's how, if you want to do it it's one by one. But let's assume that you have so many of them, as I was showing it to you. You have this 793 documents, and you have been able to identify the most important ones. So you have identified all of them. You have saved them in a folder. So how do you export them to Endnote or to Excel? So you come to my library. So when you click on my library, you go to the folder, so that it will show you all the folders, the reading list or articles, the kind of folder. So you come and click on climate change, social media, Ukraine, Russia war. So you see all the documents I have I have saved as a relevant part of the document. What do I do from here? So what I have to do is that I have to export them. So to export, I'll click on export all. So when I click on export, it will ask me how do I want to export them and into what form and into what software. So in this context, I want to export them into Endnote. I'll come back to export it into Excel for you to see. So I'll click on Endnote and then see that everything has been exported, Now let me click on it. It has been downloaded into my downloads. So I'm clicking on it. Okay, so the end will didn't work. You have to go back again and open it. So Endnote. So you can see here that all the 4 documents I saved, they have been exported into the Endnote. Okay, so that's it. Now look, what about if I want to export it into Excel? So I want to export it into Excel. I'll just click on export, then I'll click on CSV. When I click on CSV, it just gives me a CSV file. Then I'll open it. So it will come in this form. Now I can save it in a form of Excel. So click on that, save as. Then when I come and save as type, I have to choose Excel workbook. Then I'll just save it wherever I want to save it. Wherever you want to save this. Okay, so now I have saved it. Okay. So that is how you are supposed to set up your Google Scholar profile and also use the Google Scholar to search, save, and export articles from this database. So thank you for watching. See you in another video where I'll also introduce you to other search engines. Take care. Bye.